imagine walking into a meeting where everyone is winning. Teams and reps are being honored for obliterating their quotas. Energy's high, the scoreboard is lighting up, and we've locked up yet another record sales year. And when they're done, they turn the mic over to me, and my message is, we need to do things differently. So that's my reality. Lovely. So I'm Dan Gleason, program manager in sales enablement and solely responsible for outreach. And I work at Park Place Technologies, where every single year since our founding in 1991 has been a record sales year. So my job isn't about just keeping the engine running, and it's rarely about solving legitimate problems. It's about subtly, strategically, and usually very stubbornly nudging a high-performing machine toward an even brighter future. So the Park Place sales team is exceptional. And the implicit question, because of that, really under every conversation that I have is, why fix what isn't broken? So while I complain to you and pine to one day work for some mismanaged disaster of a company, I do know that I'm lucky. Right? The change I'm affecting is outreach. And I don't know of anything else that makes this big of an impact on sales this quickly. So then why isn't my job easy? So there's a natural human tendency to stick with what works, especially when what works delivers consistently incredible results. So those incredible results aren't usually painless, though. So sales enablement at Park Place is less about fixing what doesn't work, and is really more about making the inevitable painful bumps on the road to success as pain-free as possible. So more often than not, that road to successful change is partially paved by our reps themselves. And my job is really just to make sure that the bumps and the potholes are smoothed out to allow their own momentum to carry things forward. So quick story for you. So strategic account planning was a recent initiative pushed by the frontline sales managers in our enterprise group in particular. There's more collaboration happening on these accounts than ever before, so leadership wanted a more formal process. All right, what does the account care about, and how are we going to attack it? So without much guidance, reps started cobbling together Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, and emailing them back and forth with their managers, and the pain became clear pretty quickly. Without any sort of cohesive plan, each rep did it differently with whatever information they felt was best. Customer success, senior leadership, anyone else collaborating had a hard time finding what they need and really couldn't contribute to these plans at all. So what happened? No surprise. They weren't useful, so they didn't get used. So our goal of strategically attacking these accounts kind of evaporated. So fast forward a few months. Our CSM, Whitney Jackman, was kind enough to drop all of her other customer obligations, fly out to Cleveland, and present at our SKO in January. And part of her presentation touched on recently released features, including the Smart Account Plan. So a couple more months go by. I'm in the thick at this point of switching us from Cisco Jabber over to Outreach Voice, and my head is buried in international telecom laws. So I had no chance to evaluate this Smart Account Plan and what it meant for Park Place in particular. However, in one of our touch bases, Whitney brings up that we had somehow jumped to the top of the list of outreach customers that were using this particular feature. So based on nothing but her quick intro at kickoff and their own exploration, purely organically, a surprisingly large number of our reps took up this Smart Account Plan with no official training, no usage expectations, no leadership push whatsoever. So nowadays, we have customized layouts for accounts and prospects that fit what our reps need to know to effectively engage. The relationship map and the AI summary at the top of the engagement pipeline are particularly valuable and useful for us. And we've customized the templates of the text tiles to make sure that our reps are filling in exactly what we need them to. So we even have the new account plan updated field to help leadership track recent activity on these plans from the account view, like how many lists have been edited, who made those edits and when. And these plans are now really streamlining account planning in a way that's easy to find, easy to contribute to, and easy to leverage for our reps in that moment, right? So easy, easy, easy. Adoption has soared, and our teams are collaborating in a way never before seen, even in all of those past record sales years. But for every no-brainer transition from chaos to smart account planning, there are 100 processes where we're trying to improve the way that our sales reps do something fundamental, like manage their pipeline or dial the phone. So these take time and care and probably won't fall into place so organically as it did with the smart account plan. So I imagine in organizations that are in desperate need of change, because I said so is really all that's needed. But in high-performing environments, that's not going to cut it. So the process of getting that Ferrari into an even higher gear needs to be done carefully, with the trust and the buy-in of everyone that you're affecting, and ideally with champions at your side. So I'll leave you with this. Driving meaningful change isn't just about fixing problems. It's about unlocking potential, especially in the most successful of environments. It's about having the vision to see better when great is already the standard, and the tenacity and the stubbornness to bring that vision to life. So the next time that any enablement folks or anybody in here is faced with the challenge of change, remember that even the most finely tuned machines can benefit from a strategic upgrade. It's about understanding the engine, respecting its power, and gently guiding it toward an even greater velocity. Thank you.